Great. So we got this app running. It's being hosted on your local computer, so it's not just a URL that anyone can go to. But for now, we have a running app, and if you don't, feel free to leave some comments or questions below, and we can try to figure out what went wrong, maybe help you get started with just the basics. At any point in the video, if you get caught on something didn't install properly, please just leave a comment, and you can send me an email. Let me know what went wrong, and we can try to figure that out. But for now, let's assume you have this app working and started, and you've also installed all those tools we talked about before. So let's open up Atom. That's what we talked about before, the IDE, the development environment where all your code's going to be edited and stored. So from here, let's try to open a new project. And just go to wherever you stored that project last. So in mine, it's tutorials, and I think we called it website tutorial. When you open that up, it'll give you a list similar to this. It should be just about the exact same. You might not have this yarn lock file depending if you have yarn or npm, but otherwise let's go directly into the source. That src folder is primarily what you're going to be editing to change how that website looks. So we'll go over a couple of these files. The CSS is the general styling. App.js is the React app itself. This is what's being shown on the web page. Index CSS, more styling. JS, index.js is really what's serving. It's called serving the JavaScript. So when it's compiled, it looks into this index file to see what to serve, and we know that it's serving that app.js file from here. So if you go in here, you can see immediately some changes. Let's see, edit source app, save and reload, and that's exactly what shows up on here. Pretty typical with any beginner coding tutorial. We'll start with something simple, and that is hello world. There we go. So if you click save on there, you should see this compiled successfully, and then it'll actually instantly reload that app on your computer, and you should see hello world. A couple other things that we can go into HTML for. Look up here if you got that React app title. If you're making your personal website, you're going to want it to say something more personal. So we can go directly into this public folder, index.html, and this title is what gives the title on this tab. So maybe you want it to say my website or whatever your name is. Once again, a save. It should compile, and there you go. It's changed right away. Now, we haven't done too much actual code editing yet, but even so, it's always good to save your progress. And like I mentioned before, GitHub is definitely the best way to do it. So go ahead and open up that GitHub Desktop app, and we're gonna save this repo and publish it so that when you log into GitHub on your computer, or any computer, you can go back and look at your files from there. Let's go ahead and go to File, add a local repository, and then pick wherever you stored that path. So for me, it was desktop, tutorials, website tutorial. Go ahead and add that repository, and you should see some information like this. These are the two files that have been changed. You can add a summary if you want. Let's say initial repo and first publish. Is that description? So go ahead, commit to master, and then you'll see no local files, but that doesn't actually put it onto GitHub. That just commits it to that branch for later. If you want to put it up on GitHub, you have to click publish repository. If you're not signed in already, sign in to the GitHub desktop app with whatever you did for the GitHub website, and make a name for it. You can describe it. We'll do building your first website. Go ahead and publish that repository. That'll take a quick minute, but once you get that done, we can go back into GitHub and you should be able to sign on and see whatever you publish from there. So let's see how that worked out. As it published, and there you go. So if you go to your profile, go to your repositories on here, you'll have this just recently updated. You can go into here and see all of your files. If you end up working on a different computer or something, you can just clone and download that and work from in there.